In this video, we'll be visiting the fishing capital of the world, Homer and the Homer Spit in Alaska. It just so happens that the salmon are running now. We're in for a treat. My name's Debbie, a Cajun girl who loves to travel the world. Join my husband Ronny, my brother KP, and his wife Babette as we continue our journey from the crawfish ponds of Louisiana to the mountains of Alaska. We're leaving our campsite at the Exit Glacier pullout near Seward, and we're heading to Homer. The Sterling Highway is the main route across the Kenai Peninsula. The scenery gradually changes from mountains to sparkling lakes. As we drive south on the Kenai Peninsula, we see 3 main volcanoes across Cook's Inlet. This is the salmon season. The Alaskans are allowed to fish with 3 feet wide hoop nets. They catch their salmon for the year. Notice how large his dip net is. We're at the Castleoff River where they are camping. We almost got bogged here in the sand, but we were able to back out. There are people camped in every nook and cranny. There's definitely no room for us here, but look at the people who are camped out here. They're in tents, they're in travel trailers. I don't know how they even managed to find a place up here. It looks like most of these people are definitely on family outings. You can see them fishing here. Look at the size of his net. We left in search of another campground. The view across Cook Inlet is just so beautiful. As we arrived at the campground, my brother told us that our tires didn't look right. They were towed out, and the insides of the tires were really worn down. Upon inspection, they noticed that our axle was also bent. What are we going to do? We found a place to camp at the Castleoff pullout, not far from where the people are fishing. We're about an hour north of Homer. As if to lift our spirits, a moose came wandering through our campground. She stripped the leaves off the plants, and it was really interesting to watch her eat. The next morning, Ronny made some phone calls and located an axle for us to buy tomorrow. In the meantime, we decided to go ahead and visit Homer today as planned. We stopped at the Deep Creek State Recreation Area, and I'm sure glad that we did. These men are cleaning their salmon catch. I only wish that we liked salmon. Unfortunately, the only way we like it is smoked. The lighthouse sits proudly upon the hill. Across Cook Inlet, we see 2 volcanoes. This is Mount Iliamna, and to the right is Mount Redoubt. They're in the Aleutian Range. There's a 3rd volcano which we don't see. It's Mount Augustine on an island. It is across the inlet from Homer. Mount Augustine is the most active. Well, if it's not an eagle posing for us right off the road. Looks like he's stump jumping. He just moved to another stump. Now this is quite interesting. There's no boat launch for the boats to come in, so there are several tractors that pull in the fishing boats. They're quick at their jobs and don't waste time. We've made our way 15 miles north of Homer to Anchor Point, Alaska. Anchor Point is the westernmost point on North America's highway system and offers beautiful views across Cook Inlet towards the volcanoes on clear days. Homer is one of Alaska's most charming and energetic coastal towns, combining outdoor adventure, wildlife, art, and fresh seafood. Homer is also the Halibut Fishing Capital of the world. There are glaciers, the sea, and abundant wildlife. If your thing is to visit breweries, there are 2 of them here. One of the most interesting places to visit is the Homer Spit, which is a narrow 4.5-mile strip of land extending into Kachemak Bay. It's a quirky town with boardwalk sidewalks, and the fishing here is great. There are fresh seafood restaurants, gift shops, art galleries, fishing charters, marinas filled with commercial and recreational boats, and spectacular mountain views across the bay. Homer offers something for every traveler. The harbor is amazing. It's so large. The seagulls are having a great time. Oh, there's a seal in the harbor, but he's swimming away. The tide flats below are alive with shorebirds and marine life. As I said earlier, the Homer Spit is a great place for fishing. The lupines are in full bloom. Aren't they so beautiful? It's hard to pick a place to eat here with so many choices. We decided to have lunch at the Boatyard Cafe. We had to try the halibut. Ronny's tacos were delicious. My halibut fish and chips were okay, but being from Louisiana, in my opinion, you can't beat fried catfish or sac-a-lait. This vintage sign advertising Kachemak Bay was in the bathroom. I thought it was interesting. Here are a couple of seaplanes. This is not something we see in Louisiana, ever. Today we drove to Saldaca and Ronny ordered an axle for the camper. We found a place not too far away in a gravel pit to boondock. It's not the most beautiful, but hey, it'll serve in this instance. My dad owned an RV dealership, so my brother pretty much knows everything RV. KP and Ronny will replace the axle, so they got to work removing the tires and all the components.
Remove the brake assembly and the hub.
Okay.
And the back plate. Go strip the axle down.
Ronny started working on the other side of the camper.
Don't make more. You're going to see it my way before it's finished.
Meanwhile, Ronny's working on the other side. Couldn't do it. All right. Now they'll pick the tools up and wait for the axle to come in to finish the job. It's great having our own RV tech. We caught up on laundry and the guys went to Soldotna to get a new tire. Look at what we have. A brand new axle and the parts to go with it. Ronny and KP are working on each side of the camper to complete the task. I'm not going to record Ronny because he's working underneath the slide out. He's making it watertight by heating the heat shrink. KP is now preparing to install the bearings and the seal. Ronnie's now putting the new tire in place. Looks like we're back in business, so I hope you join us in Valdez. See you on the road.